and welcome back to another pod. Sorry if I seem very sleepy. I've literally woke up from a nap about an hour ago, and I'm still half asleep and half all over the place. You doing all right, Luke?
Yeah, I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right.
You sure? Because before this, we were talking about your playlist you listened to the last episode.
Wasn't the last episode?
Oh, was
Let's
it?
not make it sound like this. This is not a last episode thing.
Sorry, it was
the
last.
day
It was
after
some.
the last
Oh,
episode.
yeah, a day after. My apologies.
Yeah, the day after it went live.
It's like
Saturday.
2 days.
Things went wrong on Saturday. So I put on my Spotify playlist, which I just in passing before this mentioned to Nath.
I have to get the name on the pod.
That's
That's why.
For a depressing, sad music playlist.
It's insane.
I don't think you'll find many names better than The Edge of Emptiness.
Why would you name it though?
Why not?
I've never sat there and gone.
Sorry,
Emptiness.
Jesus.
Didn't
realise you couldn't name a depressing playlist.
Yeah, but Edge of Emptiness.
Yeah.
Fucking hell! I feel like I'm gonna off myself by just hearing the title. Edge of Emptiness.
Right. That's the whole point of the playlist.
Oh
See?
my!
You're getting it.
Hang on, my pod. What's my one? The one I'm listening to at the moment is Greek mythology, because it's a musical of Greek mythology. Before that, it's just random songs.
Fair.
And it's not even called random songs. It's just the name of a random song, and then the rest of it is just named after that. It's in Japanese, or I don't particularly can read it. Last I checked. Oh, you froze? Oh, you did temporarily.
You've frozen on my screen at least.
I think we both froze for each other then. I looked at you thinking, is he going to unfreeze? I don't particularly know.
Well, the thing is, I could see I can see your OBS and I can see you on Discord. And you froze on Discord, but you didn't freeze on your OBS, which is weird because
did you not see yourself freeze on my screen? You've done it again. You've done it again.
Yeah, weird.
Oh, it's back now. Wonder what that was. I don't know,
mate.
I don't have a clue. But no.
It's good to see something's gone wrong again inside the first 5 minutes.
2.5, but that's not the point here.
It's
okay.
inside 5.
The intro worked. That's fine. That's all that ever matters.
Yeah, no mics have been flawed, no drinks spilled,
no swearing at the camera and having to explain why we're flipping off our entire audience.
Our entire audience? No, let's not pretend. Our entire audience don't watch YouTube. We have Spotify listeners. We have Apple Music listeners, probably.
Yeah, true, actually. We have to explain it to the audio listeners what we just did. By the way, we just flipped you all off.
we didn't. This time we didn't.
No, this time my hands on my head and Luke was taking a drink, so it's fine. We're not actually flipping you all off. Mentally I am, but I'm not physically, so it's fine. You're all good.
I'm mentally flipping every person I walk past or even see off.
Most people I see in my head we've got no heads left. Just pure.
You could say they're on the edge of emptiness.
I will end this at 3.5 minutes. I will end this happily at 3.5 minutes. Oh my god! You were saying before this though, yes, you're not wrong. But I'm very curious about something though, because you mentioned before this, because we're going to go into a little bit of football talk, guys. Is Timo Werner has joined Chelsea? And rejoined the Prem when he was last with Chelsea. Now he's with Spurs. See, I recovered that awesomely. What did you say? Something about he's pissed everyone off.
Quote, and it's gonna piss off Chelsea fans. It's gonna make Spurs fans get laughed at as well, which is just not a good thing.
Oh no, what's he done?
Timo Werner, quotation marks. I've joined a big club. I'm here at Tottenham to win titles.
What?
Yeah, I'm visibly cringing.
He joined on a half season.
Yeah, no. You think
that's a statement when you make when you've joined a club for a few years. Not. Is he mad? Like even if it's not Spurs, right? You don't join halfway through a season and go, "We're gonna win titles." Numerous.
Joined a big club. I'm here at Tottenham to win titles.
If he said compete for titles, fair. But to say win? You've joined in January.
And then he's gone on to talk about Postecoglou's phone calls to him. He's like, yes, the manager straight away gave me the feeling that I needed to join the club, and the way the team plays fits me perfectly. In which, that you're a bottle job? No.
Oh no.
Oh, that's me self-deprecating there. Don't worry. I'm sure Twitter's all over that though.
Winter,
so that's Timo Werner's quotes on joining Tottenham.
Numerous. What? Even if you joined City at the start of the season, you can't win numerous. You can win the title. Like, what competitions are you left in anyway?
I don't know where you got I said he's here to win titles.
Yeah,
because
he's
you just put that word.
No, because it's titles, so it's multiple.
I'm aware, but you're just going and making it worse by making it sound like numerous was in there when he just said titles.
No, because that's what he's basically saying it without saying it.
Don't make this out to be even worse than it is, alright?
It is. Well,
let's not magic some other words up in here. Like,
sorry, he should have said win title.
The word Champions League.
No, what competitions are you even left on? If he's on about titles, right? Okay, 2. So he's right. There is numerous technically.
Titles. Yeah, there is numerous titles.
And you've got who next? Is City in the FA Cup?
Yeah, City were at home, but as much as we have a great record against them and they've never scored there, that's going to end at some point, and I feel it's going to be then.
Nope, you'll still win it.
Pissed off at us for the freaking injustice.
I can see United beating the almighty Eastleigh or Newport just about by like 1-0 with a 90th minute penalty or some shit. And I can see us coming up against you. I can reckon we'll play against you.
It's not me. It's my friends.
No, Spurs, you moron. I was on about if we beat Eastleigh or Newport, I can see you beating City. I'm generally right about these things anyway.
I hope so.
I can see us dragging through Eastleigh or Newport just about. Like, I don't see. We struggled against Wigan, although we dominated the entire game and had a ridiculous amount of shots. But we just didn't finish too much. We had 2 goals.
Having watched Eastleigh in person this season, as a Dorking Wanderers fan, they weren't that good. Like, when I went to see them, at least, both times, one was a boring 0-0 draw where their keeper saved the penalty. That was the only exciting thing that happened. And the other, they got a dodgy free kick they scored a header from, and then they scored a different header. So...
yeah, but United aren't a very physical team.
And bear in mind, that's in the National League. So...
when are those next games scheduled to be played, do you reckon?
I would say probably...
because I don't think they would have set them up just yet, would they? I know they've put the fixtures
28th's the game for Spurs.
Oh, is it?
I think we play City on the 28th because people are like, oh, technically if Son gets grouped, it's on the 25th and he could be back. But when is South Korea getting grouped?
There we go. So Eastleigh and Newport play the 16th. Then United will play...
yeah, so 27th is close enough.
Yeah, so yeah. So we'll find out then. So yeah, but before the Spurs game then. Before we play each other, we'll find out if we've got potential of going through in the cup. I don't think United have, personally. I think we'll probably fuck up somewhere.
The games are at the same time.
Yeah.
How you know before?
Before the Spurs versus Man United game. Are you trying to register what I'm on about?
I'm just trying to figure out what you're saying. You're confused as to whether you can beat Eastleigh or Newport.
No. I'll find out if we're in the next round. After those set of games. The ones I'm looking at. Trust you, visually I make more sense than audibly.
You're not making much sense because you play us in 2 days.
Yeah, I'm on about, so after that, if we actually go after the Eastleigh/Newport game, when we play either of them, if we go through.
Right.
It's making sense. Luke, it's making sense.
Let's just move on.
No, it's making sense.
No, what you're saying is you'll know if you're playing us in the next round before the game's played.
Before the Man United versus Spurs Prem game.
That's in, like, this week.
The Wolves game's the first.
You freaking idiot.
I keep mixing up the Wolves and Spurs game. I don't know why. Swear it was switched at one point.
See, now you can understand why I was like, this guy's fucking stupid.
Or just not paying attention to what he's listening to. Or saying. Hey, give me some mercy, okay? It never makes sense, okay? I can see your brain physically hurting. Oh, everyone else has done this.
This is the most confusing interaction I've had today, and you know that that's tough.
Yeah, true. You're not wrong there. Although, you know what is one of the best interactions of the day? Paul Scholes leaving a comment on Jesse Lingard's post. And you haven't seen this yet, so I've left it waiting for it. I've not
seen this Paul Scholes post, no.
I love him so much. Oh, for those who
he's keeping them on their toes.
Yeah, for those who can't obviously see it, he basically left it on a post where Jesse Lingard, I think he said something like "I'll be back" or something like that, and Paul Scholes has put quote for quote, "Are you just gonna fuck about in the gym, or are you actually gonna play football?" Because he's still a free agent after getting let go by Forest.
Yeah, I mean, I predicted big things from him at Forest as well, based off of the fact that he had a great year at West Ham, and I went, do the same for Forest. And then
as soon as I saw how much he was being paid at Forest, I knew he wouldn't be doing anything. I just don't. The fact that him, Sancho, and Pogba were raking up massive amounts of fines at United for turning it late and unprofessionals and all this crap just says it all. Like, he should have took the transfer offer from West Ham after the loan. He should have stayed there. He should not have stayed at United. There is no way United would have turned around and gone, you can play for us this season. Because he didn't. I know he did it to Dean Henderson, because Ollie was like that with some people. If he did it to Lingard, then whatever. But Lingard should know himself that he's got the playing time he needed, and he knew he can do well at West Ham. He would have been able to go to West Ham for a cheap as well. It could have been 20 mil, 15 mil.
I was about to say, yeah, I think they were looking at about 25.
Yeah, it wasn't a lot. They would have been able to get him on a really good cheap because United didn't want him. And yet now he's a free agent in January. He's been a free agent since the end of last season. He's a joke. He's a joke, man. But then we also
he really is.
But then again, we did also, to be fair, find out literally 2 hours. Well, I found out about 10 minutes ago, but 3 hours ago it was announced that The Last of Us announced who's playing Abby in the new season 2, and God forbid this woman. She is going to get so much shit over the next few years. Before it's even released. She's going to get hate comments before they've seen what she's going to do. Now, a spoiler for those who haven't played The Last of Us 2. I'm giving you plenty of time here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. She plays Abby, a character who literally takes a golf club to Joel's head. She bashes his head in and kills him. Right? So Pedro Pascal's going to die by the skills hands. Although they're saying season 2 is going to be very long. So I don't particularly know if they're going to split it up with like some young Abby and then older Abby and do that sort of thing. Because I know Bella Ramsey at the moment's buffing up for the new season. So who knows if we're going to go straight into the season 2 like how it is with the game. If we do, then God forbid the hate she's going to get. The game was bad, and the voice actor got a lot of shit for it, and so did the face model. Oh shit, that just made me think of another one. The woman who did the voice, the face model of Spider-Man 2, right, the new one.
Yeah.
She's had people, the game of the year that was robbed, guys.
Game of the year.
The people who found out who she is, obviously, it's all over the internet who a face model is, right? So she doesn't voice it or anything, but that's who they used as her idea for what her face looks like. They found out where her real workplace is, and they left voicemails for her. Really creepy sexual voicemails at her actual job. Spider-Man fans did this. And she made a post saying something like, as much as I appreciate you guys liking my work on the game and all this kind of stuff, leaving voicemails for me at my boss's office and my workplace, that's crossing a line though. Like, as much as I love the Spider-Man 2 game, that's fucked. That is so fucked. Leaving, and there was loads of them. That's loads of them apparently. I say loads, it's like 5 to 10, but that's one too many. You shouldn't be doing it. It's borderline harassment. Well, it's not borderline. It's harassment.
It's not borderline.
It's just harassment. Harassment and stalking. Like, so like I understand people's admiration, and I can guarantee you now the Spider-Man fans who did it was a man. It's not even an if buts or maybe. it was some creepy fucking dude who looked at it and was like, "Oh, I like her." Like, I'm not being funny. Fuck off, grow up, whoever did it.
Hear the message is sexualized, it's almost certainly at that point.
Yeah, like anyone who is in a video game, as much as you know, if it's the voice actress or if it's anybody, like if it's their job, then whatever. But going to their actual real life workplace and saying it, and it's like when you hear these stories about them being stalked in real life, it's like, what's wrong with you? Genuinely.
I mean, I've dealt with my own sort of, not extreme, but yeah, I've dealt with my own sort of situation with that, where someone, eventually just started DMing me about personal stuff in my own life, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna have to cut them loose. Gonna have to cut them loose from the community. It was a regular. We don't mention their name, but
fair.
Yeah, they crossed the line.
I don't get why people do it. It's just such a waste of time, to be honest. Crossing the line makes no sense to me. You're just wasting everybody's time by doing it, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
But
there is no worse feeling than being sent your own address.
Yeah, I've never had that. I made sure my information's off the internet.
It was depressing. Like I mean, it's funny that I don't stream now currently, but at the time, like I nearly gave it up entirely. Then
that'd be a fair circumstance, to be fair.
I was like, if this is out there, they can see it.
I was saying, I've known quite a few people who get doxxed, and also I know Lind was doxxed once, and I've warned James about getting his information off the internet. Don't share the address out so lightly unless you know the person, and even then you've got to make sure it's a close friend. And it's like I've known James 3 to 4 years now, and if I message him now saying, "Can you send me address, lad?" He'll just send it without hesitation. When I first knew him and I asked him, he sent it, and I was like, no, don't send it, because I was testing if he'd send it or not. Like anyone I meet online, as much as people might think this is weird, if I'm going to become friends with someone, I need to know that they're not going to be like making sure that they're unsafe on the internet, and it can't take me like that to find them. And I found everybody I speak to, because a lot of people don't really think about the easy ways of finding it, like whether it's someone's username or someone's email address or stupid shit like that. There's so many different ways, and people are just, I don't know, I think they're a bit relaxed on the internet. Like anyone can search me on the internet. No one knows what my last name is. No one knows my address, because I also moved out. Even if they did, I don't live there anymore. My parents do, but you can't find that anywhere. I've mentioned the town I've lived in, but if you search just my name and town, it's not enough. You know, if I searched James with London, even though he doesn't live in London, there's thousands and millions of results. If I searched you with Manchester, even though you don't live in Manchester, there's going to be the same result. Like, people have got to be so careful online these days. It's ridiculous. And when we were on about waste of time, I could only think about what was on my screen about the Jordan Henderson thing. I know it's such a segue, but it's like, I keep reading it and it's so funny. It's like the fact that he left, wants to promote the game. He's been there 6 months, earning 700 grand a week, and he's annoyed at the attendances of games. He doesn't want to leave, and he needs to leave. And his options are apparently
the three teams I see linked here are very different.
Newcastle won't take him. I'm not being funny. Newcastle won't.
Saudi backed, still would be Saudi related.
Yeah, so they wouldn't. I don't think they'd
get
take
that
him.
Rubbish about the human rights, etc. Even whether that's justified.
Leverkusen don't need him. They're on fire.
Yeah, Leverkusen currently top of the league, and he'll
they
get a
do
league
have
title from the looks of it from this. And then
Ajax are actually legit.
Perennial strugglers in the Dutch league.
Yeah, Ajax are legit. Apparently they're actually full on putting an offer in, which is actually nuts. Like, I'm trying to find it. Oh, hang on.
There's
that's
the one. There's the quote. Yeah, he sees it.
Tiles. Oh, it's so funny. That's actually made my day. That is. It's Timo time. Yeah. That's what I see as well. Oh, Bonucci to Fenerbahce. Here we go.
I mean, I knew he wasn't.
They've terminated his contract.
I knew they didn't like him.
Wow. Fair. I did not see that coming. I knew he was rumoured to be leaving, but Fair play,
I
man.
didn't realise you were hosting Transfer Roundup, to be fair.
Sorry, someone's tried to get Valverde to the Saudi. Why would you try and get Valverde? That man will never leave. Oh, Brian Hill's been approached by some people.
I believe I read Feyenoord briefly on there. In like the half-second flick I got.
Ajax are showing concrete interest in the case he'll get. So if he gets the green light to leave, they're interested in taking him.
So he'll go from, let me just make sure I get this right of Henderson. He'll go from having no fans at the stadiums to the fans at the stadiums absolutely hating the club because of how they're performing.
And have you noticed that Ajax have gone completely downhill since Ten Hag has left?
And so have United.
United have always been going downhill. We didn't hire Ten Hag on a high, did we? We hired him because we had no manager.
It's not taken that normal 3-year cycle. It's year 2.
Yeah, year 1 we had a very good season. We had a shit start with very bad games.
You got a trophy as well.
Trophies and Champions League, which we didn't even need to be in Champions League. We didn't do anything. We just shit. But it is what it is. We absolutely shit the gut out, which good phrasing, I'd say. But it's like, I don't know, at the moment, what was it I was gonna say next? Oh yeah, when we were on about the stuff we've been up to, right? What have me and you been addicted to the last few days that we didn't think would happen because there was no mention? I played 4 hours and did it.
You played 4 hours. I've been pretty much. We've both been playing Elden Ring a lot.
Oh yeah.
I'm on that point in the cycle where whenever a FromSoft game comes out, I go pick it up, play it for a week maybe, not too much, put it down, come back in a year. It's I've always done it. Don't know why, but it's almost tradition at this point.
Yeah.
So yeah, we picked that up probably Thursday?
I think I picked it up not yesterday, day before I picked it up.
I think I picked it up
took
Thursday.
Me a few days. You picked it up the same day Lind was playing it, didn't you? You saw Lind playing it and was like, I want to play
Thursday.
it.
Because then he
actually,
So, because we ended up coaching him on Thursday as well, didn't we?
We were talking him through it.
We gave him a pep talk for freaking.
That was funny. That was all before Margit.
We gave him a pep talk for Margit, his first boss.
Took him 15 attempts.
Yeah, it didn't take him too long. He actually, with the pep talk, he did well.
Very well. He learned quickly as well.
He did, and he's got good dive. He's got good dive timing, as Lind. So.
And then you were like, "Oh, I want to play it now." So you started playing it.
Yes, and I've since then beaten about 3 main bosses.
You've done Margit.
Sides.
You've done Margit.
I did Margit beforehand.
Yeah, true. So you did Margot?
No, I've not done Margot. Jesus, that's further down the line.
Who's the fucking?
No, I've done Renala.
You've done Renala. Red Wolf.
I've done obviously Red Wolf at the same time, just going that way, and I've done
Godric.
Yeah, I was gonna say the Grafted, but I had the name the Grafted in my head and I couldn't get the first name. So yeah, Godric the Grafted as well. So I'm currently trying to find Radahn. I'll be honest. I'm trying to locate him. I know it's somewhere in Caelid, but I don't know where.
He's outside a castle. I'll say that. I know it doesn't really give away a lot, but it's kind of like you have to go over an entire castle, and then he's in a big open sand area. But that's all cinematic, and there's like a giant war ready for him. It's really weird. Oh,
Festival.
All I'm saying is bottom right.
Bottom right, yeah.
There's a whole castle under siege. I think it's there. I don't remember. It's been a few years.
Oh, I only was there.
I only started.
Right there and then turn back.
Yeah, it's the festival area. I started playing it, I think, was it yesterday or the day before? It was in our DMs, but I can't search it. Actually, no, I can't. Look at my phone. I only started playing it because I wanted to beat. I played the game when it first came out. I think like a lot of people did. But when I did, so I started playing it yesterday.
Interesting. And you got it straight away?
Yeah, so I started playing yesterday at 4 o'clock in the afternoon on 96 hours on the dot. I then spent the whole day Not the whole day. I spent 4 hours. Yeah, I took a nap and then played 4 hours.
Freaking 1 in the morning.
Yeah, I took a nap, got up because I was annoyed after playing it because I kept trying to kill. Because I was at the Elden Beast and Radigan, and I kept getting past Radigan with ease, and then the Elden Beast, I just couldn't get the pattern right, and then I went for a nap, got up, and while I was doing this, Luke was doing. Was it Renala?
No. I'd already flipped Renala off after that had annoyed me a while. No, this is just me doing pointless side quests. So that was after I'd done
you were fighting pointless bosses.
That was after I did the minor Erdtree. It was when I was doing the 2 watchdogs.
Yes.
Was not a fan.
Yes. I was also in between me playing against, because I remember I went roaming, didn't I? And I went to the place to try and do a respec, and you were fighting Loretta at the same time.
Yes, Loretta. Yeah. See, so I'm opening areas up. I'm making progress, but I'm not at the same time. I'm opening areas up though, which is helpful.
Yeah.
But I do feel I need to either respec or just generally upgrade a bunch of gear.
So in the time it took Luke to do 3 bosses, I did 1, technically 2. Like I just bear in mind I'd played this game 96 hours straight. I don't think I played any other game in between that time. I was non-stop on it, and I couldn't beat it all those years back. And then last night, I kept whispering to Luke whenever I was so close. I was like, Luke, it's health. Luke, it's health. Luke, it's... And then
I had to try and cast distraction.
You weren't even close to distracting. You weren't even bothering me in the slightest. I couldn't hear you anymore.
No, not as in like bothering you distraction.
Yeah.
I'm talking like trying to distract you from the fact that you're close.
Yeah, true.
There
was a point though, I think.
It's close, and I was like, heal.
There was like 3 times where as soon as I mentioned I was close, it's like my brain just wiped everything from existence, and I was like, just dodge for your fucking life.
On your successful run, I remember just telling you to run because I saw the 3-ring attack.
Yeah.
I distinctly remember telling you just run.
The first phase of 3-ring is easy because all you've got to do is the minute like it goes up in a circle, it floats for a minute, and then you know it's casting. Basically, the 3-ring is it gets everything inside the area. You need to basically run out of bounds. And as soon as it appears, you've got to jump over the ring, otherwise it traps you in it. Otherwise it staggers you, and then it'll smack you. I think it's a 1-shot, or it takes half your health in one go. And that's the first phase of it. And then there's the last one, which is 3 sets of rings after the 3. Like it does 3 upwards and then 1 across, and then the last phase is 3 upwards, then 3 outwards. So you basically have to just non-stop. You can't fuck up any of the jumps, otherwise it'll just kill you at that point. And it was fucking brutal. I think I remember killing the Elden Beast and Radigan, and I think my exact words were, "Fuck you, you whore. Fuck you. I've finally done it after all these years." I was so angry, but I was so happy. It is the only game I've ever played though where I've felt an immense amount of relief after beating a boss.
And I've since told you that I'm doing something stupid.
Yeah, Luke is actually insane for this. Like, it's not even like, I respect insane. It's like, you're fucking stupid.
I'm committing to the platinum.
That's fine, but...
I feel I can get the majority of the stuff done in the first playthrough that I'm doing now.
Is that what you're hoping to do?
Houses, do everything, and then suddenly, for a second playthrough... I might not even do it on New Game Plus. I might just go back in, make a new class, have it be a magic build, and just hopefully just breeze through. So build an optimal...
We're basically, as much as some platinum games takes time, guys, Elden Ring, I've never looked at how long it takes for someone to platinum it. I reckon it's probably over 200 hours. I reckon. Confidently. I don't really know what the achievements are, but
around November, haven't I? That
yeah,
with off and on playing other stuff and all that, and new job and everything.
That'll be what's key is how much time you spend playing it, because obviously you've got. But then again, FIFA's only relevant till May, so that's fine.
Yeah.
Well, probably early. You never know this year. You've obviously got new job kicking into effect in the next few weeks. You've got, and obviously you're looking pre-Japan, which is November. So
yes,
if you can do it before then fair. I'd be very surprised. Not just because your ability. I mean, because those bosses are just as much as like. Because I reckon the first time you fight, if you beat Elden Beast and Radagon first time, there is no pre-Japan. There is no Japan. I'm not having you beat them first time. My ego won't take that.
boss.
Now that you've seen it countless times, you're definitely like,
No, but I won't though. Because I've not been in there to get the dive timings down myself. I will die repeatedly.
There is dive timings to work out on Radagon. There isn't on the Elden Beast. The Elden Beast does what it wants. But I also found out that Melina's not a mandatory boss, and that's kind of...
Yeah, I dropped that bombshell on him that, Melina...
I thought she was mandatory.
Not mandatory. No,
I went to the area, and then I stumbled upon her, and I thought, oh great, this is the one that everyone gets stuck on, I'm going to be stuck. And I think it took me a day and a bit of just constant playing.
Then you spoke to me, and I went, dude, you know it's optional, right? You didn't have to do that. Because otherwise, no one would have... Like, a lot less people would have completed the game if it was having to beat Melania being the actual benchmark.
Beating the Elden Beast felt more gratifying. 100%. Mainly because I was stuck on him for 2 years. But
I can't comment yet.
No, you can't comment on Melina either.
No,
you're not even going to fight her, are you?
The community thinks on it.
You might stumble upon her. That's the thing. You can aim, unless you find them and you die first time, you can then choose to avoid them. But if you stumble, you have to fight them still. And knowing you'll come up against her by accident, and then you'll be like, I don't have to play against her. But your ego will be like, I have to beat her. I know for a fact.
Yeah, my ego would absolutely feel that.
Because you can't avoid her on your first walkthrough, and then choose to platinum the game, which means you have to play her on every walkthrough.
No, you don't have to play her on every walkthrough. You just have to play her on one of them.
So no matter what, you have to kill her.
You just have to play it on one, and you then just get the endings on the other two blood runs.
And there's no point leaving it till the last walkthrough. You may as well do it on the soon as you can.
I mean, it could be a nice finale.
Yeah, but it could prolong you by years. Some people never finished Melina and gave up. Some people absolutely gave up. But you know who didn't give up? The Cyberpunk fans on their game.
Wow, you really are enjoying transitions today, aren't you?
I'm in the mood, man. Mainly because I've been loving Phantom Liberty, to be fair. And it does mean, with that success, it's going to basically do more Witcher games. And I know a few of our friends are quite big Witcher fans, and I fucking love it to pieces. It's such an underrated, studio CD Projekt Red is. They've done I'd say so many good games. They've done some really good franchises. People shit all over Cyberpunk because of its crap launch, but Cyberpunk was the first game, I think, in COVID time where it was a big game, touted for mass success, for years of longevity, and they fucked it over COVID. I think that was the first game to show these games are going to go downhill over the COVID time. And now we're getting games that, I think up until August, we've been having games where big, massive launches, and then they're just shit from the get-go because they're not finished. Whereas I think we're finally out of that time period because COVID's been so long now that anyone making games in development now, they should be fine. There should be no reason why they're shit out of the gate. Absolutely no reason. Shit. But one thing though, I'm quite intrigued by is obviously what they're going to do with the next game, because I know there's another Cyberpunk game coming out, but we're probably talking 5 years from now, some shit like that. And I'll be 20, I'll be 30 by that point.
I mean, if you're going to be 30, God, I'd be 32.
Yeah. Yep.
Let's not think about that.
Yeah, no, I'd rather not, to be honest.
Let's not think about that. I'll be in a career at that point.
I'll still be playing video games, doing nothing.
I mean, I still probably will be, but I'll actually have a career and a degree. Hopefully.
And you look so depressed about it. I can see you working the years out going, oh no, oh no.
It's almost like hearing your own mortality being like, oh yeah, no, I'll be, yeah, just, yeah.
It's fine. You get used to these things. But one thing I am quite looking forward to is the next few episodes of the pod.
Oh? Why's that?
We should. I don't know whether it'll be the next one or the one after. There'll definitely be a guest. Fully
They'll
convinced.
definitely. Oh, he's now said definitely.
It's now on the pod, which means
he's Timo Werner. He's Timo Werner it now.
So basically, if it's on the pod and if I don't pull it off in the next 2 episodes, shoot me. But I'm pretty convinced there's going to be.
Oh, it's now dropping down to pretty convinced. Here we go. Here comes the withdrawal.
There'll either be guests that you've heard of, or there'll be people you've never heard of before. It just depends on scheduling conflicts, pretty much. But I'm 99.9999.1% sure.
Look at this. It's dropped from 100%.
Nah, fuck it then. 110%. I'm 100% secure.
I was about to say commit, Mr. Werner, with your numerous titles.
Yeah, numerous titles. numerous
guests.
Numerous
over here.
Numerous titles.
Mr. Numerous Guests.
I'm here to bring multiple guests. Numerous guests. Nah, I'm fairly confident. You'll either see familiar faces who we've definitely mentioned about in the pod. I reckon we'll be able to get them on, and one of those two before the other set.
I mean, we'll try and get them on.
And then over the next 4, 5, I think.
4, Jesus.
No, it won't be 4 guests in a row. Don't worry. It'd be great if we could, but it wouldn't be. No, so we'll definitely get a guest on in the next 1 or 2, and as well, we're going to be looking to get the segment sorted. So in the next month, guaranteed, because I'm going to get my shit together, we're going to be looking to. I'm going to put this. Hang on, that thing I mentioned to you before I say this next bit out loud. Are we doing it? The thing I mentioned.
Sure.
About the short form and long form, yeah.
Yeah.
Which means there's no like rush on you doing that thing yet. You can wait as long as you want to do that.
I love you saying that thing as if it's not the nostalgia segment.
Yeah, but
just talk.
Fine,
dude, we don't have
fine.
to tiptoe. We literally said about a month ago.
Know,
by the way, we're going to talk about anime and nostalgia.
Yeah.
And
but
suddenly,
how it's being done though, that's the different thing. How it's being done. So, I've came to the extremely smart conclusion, guys, that we chat shit for such a long time at times. Like, we're 37 minutes in, haven't really talked about anything specifically, but we're that good at it. Bear in mind, we do this nearly every day anyway, so it's fine. I've done some working out, so what we'll do is for the anime section is we can talk about what we've watched on the pod, but the actual reaction of the pod, which makes sense, also reaction of the episodes, will be short form. I'm going to release on YouTube Shorts and TikTok, and if I could be brutally honest, if I could be fucking bothered, I can put it as a long form as well, and then Luke's nostalgia thing as well. He can also fill that as but the void between each podcast, Luke can fill it perfectly with his fantastic nostalgia stuff, because he'll know more about that than I fucking will. And it won't be an hour long of you talking to me about nostalgia stuff and me going oh yeah because my nostalgia is like, it's out there, but the detail wise, it's fucked. I don't even remember what happened 20 minutes ago, let alone that properly. So that's probably the easiest format to do it in. Whereas like, if it's you reacting to an episode, we can easily go, right, you've watched this week. What did you actually think? Because your reactions seemed quite this, quite that, quite this. So it kind of works more, I think. It adds a little more of a permanent segment to talk about. I've already got a short list in my head of about 5 shows to pick from, guaranteed. But I need to work out what kind of show you want to watch. I know ones are certain, but like, do you like romances? Do you like fucking psychological horrors, that kind of shit? And I don't mean jump scares, as in just head fucks.
Not really.
Fair. Okay.
That's not really for me.
Fair. Fair. There's not, to be fair.
I don't know.
There's not that many shows I can think of, to be fair.
Fair, thank God.
I was rolling it out.
It's normally just like high action, sort of comedy stuff like that. That's where my sort of normally someone's vibe.
What about heartbreaker shows?
So you're going to be shocked that I'm going to come out of a name here, because I know something that my mates did to a different friend of mine.
Don't you dare.
That's a heartbreak show.
Don't you dare.
So I know that there was a show called Clannad.
Oh, that's the one you. Oh, I thought you were gonna say Your
that
Lie in April.
That my mates made someone watch.
Yeah, and it broke them.
Yeah.
That honestly, the
So
one,
I know of that
the one
one.
thing anime has down. I don't care what anyone says about Western media. It can destroy you in a heartbeat.
So I
Shit!
know that is absolutely soul destroying.
Sorry, I just remembered something right before we were finishing, because I was wanting to get that in. I've caught up fully on Doctor Who, right? You know where this is going. You know where this is going.
Yeah, I know it's going.
Right. So I finally, so the last few days, I saw the Christmas. I remember the Christmas special came out. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try and rewatch. I think it was all of Doctor Who, from all of Tennant through to the end of Whittaker, before I watched the Christmas special. I then watched the 4 episodes leading up to the Christmas special, then David Tennant, then Matt Smith, then Capaldi, then Whittaker. Whittaker's not that bad as much people think she is. The series was horrific. Her last one was fantastic. And the series of her last one was called The Flux. Now, for a lot of people, we've been thinking, oh, he's led that to something. What's he led it to? Nothing. But there is one person out there who's going to be punch in the air right now. So I'm just going to say it. Shout out to The Flux, or Flux, whichever that comes out with. It's actually it's a good limited series. It's just Flux. They'll know this. I'm not going to hint it to them slightly. I might do, just to wind them up a little bit.
So shoehorned in and right at the end.
It's perfect as well.
It's actually perfect.
Yeah, I'm bringing a shoehorn it in all today, and it works almost in time as well. But yeah, podcast visually, I don't know if it's going to change too much in the next few weeks, guys. I did plan on revamping it, but I do quite like the layout. But I might do some tinkering.
I'm going to tell you this now. It's going to have to change.
Why?
Because the next couple of weeks we are guaranteed a guest. So
I need space.
Seeing two screens, there's going to have to be a third screen. So something's going to have to change.
One guest technically counts as 2, so I might need 4.
Sorry.
So there's the 2
Yeah.
Right? So they'd be separate episodes. So they're fine. They're one. So that'd be 3. But there could be the other 2 that I've been on about, but they join together.
Okay, so they'd be right. Okay.
So that would be a matter of like, we'd have to know them. I'd want to get into a call with them beforehand, so I don't really want to be like, oh, Luke, these Luke, and then go, oh, by the way, now we're going to record, and it'll be more of like, we'll hang out beforehand. It won't be the same day. It'll be like a week or 2 before. They're the 2 I don't think will be the next week or 2. I think it'd be one of the other 2.
So you've let me just make sure. The 2 people you're relying on for a guaranteed appearance in the next
I can get a third one guaranteed. For those
are
2.
them.
Yeah.
Are the 2 people I know.
I did message them in the group chat earlier.
And they're known for reliability.
Appearing on stuff, they're quite good. It's just, you've got to get it on their schedule rather than our schedule. Thankfully, we're quite flexible.
I mean, our schedule's been flexible recently because this is normally recorded on Fridays. Today is a Tuesday.
Hopefully, the next one can be recorded on Friday.
So, recording in 3 days?
I'm at work, but I reckon we can. It all depends. If we can't secure them by Friday, it'll have to be a few days later. They've said they're better in weekdays better in weekends, I think. So a Friday night, cheeky little recording, maybe. Plus, they don't stream, so it should work.
Fair.
But no.
I mean, I'm probably better on weekdays than weekends, but we'll figure something out.
Well, since we're all over the fucking place at the moment. But no, that'll be it for this week, guys. We chatted absolute nonsense. I might just call it chatting shit this week. We've spoke about literally everything and anything.
We spoke about transfers. We've spoken about games.
And we've done it all successfully without talking about my shit of a club. Yes.
No, we mentioned your club.
Did we? Oh, no.
I'm pretty certain we mentioned your club.
In what aspect?
Because you mentioned Ajax, and then that you said about, they're better. They're
okay,
worse
that's the only aspect we mentioned.
Oh, no, but it got brought up.
Yeah,
and then you got confused about when your team plays my team.
Yeah,
and
that was funny.
You definitely.
That'll be a good clip for people to be annoyed at me. That'll be enough. But no, as usual.
You made me annoyed.
Yeah, fair. As usual, you got anything to plug or say before the end?
No.
Oh, damn, you left the prolonged silence that time. I was thinking I could fucking record it and set it up in time then. Jesus fucking Christ. But no, it's been a good one, guys. Check out all the other socials and stuff. And this should be coming out in the next couple of days. Enjoy and see you guys later.
Peace out, guys.